Good afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's Barclays League Division 2 match between Sunderland and Wolverhampton Wanderers here at Roker Park. And first of all, we'll have a look at the two mascots. The one kicking the ball and chasing it there now is Elliot Fairley. He's 9 years old. He lives in Sunderland and goes to Richard Avenue Junior School, where he plays for the school team at football in midfield or defence. He likes football, karate and swimming, and he likes to read and write. His favourite footballer is Paul Bracewell. The other mascot is Simon Taylor. He's 10 years old and he's had a long travel up from Thornton Dale near Pickering today. He plays for Pickering Town under 11's side, where he plays in midfield. He goes to Thornton Dale Church of England Junior School. His favourite footballer is Gary Lineker and his favourite Sunderland footballer is John Byrne. He likes to play football, squash, swimming, and he likes to draw. The sides for this afternoon's match: first of all, the Sunderland side has Tony Norman in goal, John Kay 2, Anton Rogan 3, Ian Sampson 4, Paul Hardiman 5, David Rush 6, Paul Bracewell 7, Don Goodman 8, Gordon Armstrong 9, John Byrne 10, Brian Atkinson 11, and the two substitutes, Peter Davenport 12 and Kieran Brady at 14. Wolves have Mike Stowell in goal, Keith Downing at 2, Mark Venus 3, Tom Bennett at 4, Derek Mountfield at 5, Laurie Madden at 6, Paul Birch at 7, Paul Cook at 8, Steve Bull at 9, Andy Much at 10, and Andy Thompson at 11. And their two substitutes are Mark Rankine at 12 and Mark Burke at number 14. The match officials this afternoon, we'll tell you about in a few moments because the match is just about to get underway, with Sunderland to attack the Roker end in this first half. And there, the hero of last Wednesday, the FA Cup fifth round replay at West Ham on the far side facing us is John Byrne, although we mustn't forget that David Rush scored the winning goal in that match after West Ham had pulled back from 2 down to draw at 2-all. So, Paul Bracewell facing us, ready to receive the ball from John Byrne. And the match gets underway. League points, of course, equally important as a good cup run for Sunderland. And straight away, it's Derek Mountfield trying to get the ball away for Wolves, and it is Wolves who win the first throw-in of the match. Rogan, that was a rather careless ball from Rogan, but there's a foul in any case. The whistle's gone. It's a free kick for Sunderland. Quickly taken. All right, it's Paul Hardiman leaving the free kick to be taken by Anton Rogan. Those four match officials. John Key is today's match referee. He refereed the match against Grimsby Town last September. And the linesmen are Steve Graham from Hull. He'll have the red trim flag. This is his first season on the league line. And his partner will be Mike Swift from Wath-on-Dearn near Rotherham. The fourth official is Brian Hope. So there we see the first attack from Wolverhampton Wanderers, hooked just wide there, and that was by Steve Bull, and you can't give him too much room. He scored 150 goals for Wolves in just over 220 league appearances, and Andy Much, his striking partner, he's averaging 20 goals a season over the last 6 years, so they both know where the goal lies. Together, quite a dangerous attacking force, particularly in Division 2. But Tony Norman it is, with the first goal kick of the match. The flick on from Gordon Armstrong, looking for John Byrne. Byrne gets there, hooked out to the right, where Rush has it, playing wide on the right, as he normally is these days. Can't get the ball across, but the whistle's gone again. John Key, clamping down on things in these early stages. An experienced referee is John Key. I remember a match a few years ago against Manchester United when, with this man in charge, in the very first minute he booked Gary Bailey, the then Manchester United goalkeeper, for time wasting. I remember that was down at the Roker end. Sunderland attacking the full end in this half as the free kick is played in. Hooked in, but the offside flag goes up against Don Goodman. So the Wolves goalkeeper, Mike Stowell. Long clearance downfield. Goodman with the flick on. Byrne just can't reach it. And that linesman going through the picture was Steve Graham from Hull. His first ever visit to Roker Park as a linesman. Bracewell placed the ball in, looking for Hardiman, but Hardiman couldn't get there. But a good start by Sunderland. Armstrong takes this throw. Byrne forcing the first corner. Number 10 there for Wolves going through a picture was Andy Much, one of the... So look out for numbers 9 and 10 in the Wolves attack. Steve Bull at 9, Andy Much at 10. And this is Brian Atkinson for Sunderland. Chips the corner, far post corner. But 3 Wolves defenders there, but Rush has it, tries to hook it back in. Doesn't quite get the distance on it, but good jump in the air by Armstrong. Sampson up there as well. Rogan. Bracewell, a fine piece of play by him to find Byrne. Byrne could put the early cross in, he doesn't. Tries to tee up Atkinson. Atkinson sends it across to John Kay. Kay with the cross. Up goes Armstrong, but up 2 went Tom Bennett. Rush keeps the attack going. Armstrong's in the middle and appeals for the corner, but unsuccessfully. It's the goal kick. John Byrne, area international, just walking through a picture. The crowd in excellent voice. As Mike Stowell takes the goal kick. Armstrong. Long ball looking for Andy Much, but it's off Much for the goal kick. And a unique record held in the Football League by Wolverhampton Wanderers. The only side in the whole of the Football League to have won all 4 championships, divisions 1, 2, 3 and 4, as the offside flag beats Steve Bull. And to add to that, they also won Division 3 North when it was operating until it finished after the 1957-8 season. So that's 5 separate league championships they have won in the Football League. Byrne. Wide for Armstrong. Armstrong with the first time cross. Goodman. Oh, and Rush nearly in. Just had enough strength, that desperate back pass, to reach Stowell. And a very bright start by Sunderland. But Wolves too have already shown their teeth with a shot from Steve Bull going just over the crossbar. So they are dangerous when they break. Mark Venus, the Wolves skipper. Rush won't come down for him, so he just rolls it wide for Kay. Venus with the header, forward again by Rush. And back there by Tom Bennett. No relation to Gary Bennett. No Kevin Ball today through injury. No Kevin Ball through suspension, and no Gary Bennett due to injury in the Sunderland side today. Tom Bennett. Wolves throw. Much trying to get the ball across, but wins the corner. Up goes Larry Madden to the near post. Corner played deep for the shot, and it was a good shot as well. Good corner, different. Caught the Sunderland defence on the hop, but the final shot going over the bar. So Tony Norman taking another goal kick. Wolves, who had an indifferent spell earlier in the season, but have rallied to rise to a respectable 11th spot in the second division. Just one place, incidentally, ahead of Sunderland. Here we see the corner which led up to this chance for Wolves. And another chance for Wolves, and again over the bar as we see this replay, rolled to the edge of the penalty area. And the shot from Paul Birch was just over the bar. Norman with a goal kick as we return live. Free kick to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Paul Darby, the Wolverhampton Wanderers physiotherapist. That's Tom Bennett looking on closely. And Paul Birch, the man who had that shot at goal a moment ago from the corner. He's a former Aston Villa player. A look of pain on the Wolves player's face. But footballers are tough. It takes a lot to get them off the field. And he's recovered. That's Derek Mountfield, the former Everton, Tranmere and Aston Villa player. Drop ball wasn't a foul, as it happens, so the priority there for John Key was to get treatment to the injured player. Away by Rogan. Good play by Rush. And then Bracewell unceremoniously bundled over by Keith Downing. Sampson with the free kick. Not deep enough. It follows up. Oh, and bowled away. He can get the ball across here. And still the chance for Wolves. A great save by Tony Norman. As Rogan overbalanced there, he left Steve Bull in the clear. Steve Bull got in an intelligent cross. Sunderland couldn't get it away. And it took a tremendous save by Tony Norman to keep out the Wolves' follow-up shot. So, Wolves a little unfortunate there to be getting just a corner. It's Paul Birch who's gone across to take it. Near post corner. Sunderland scramble that one away. Rush bangs the ball away to comparative safety. Byrne couldn't control it, but the offside flag beats the Wolverhampton Wanderers attack before they can get back in front of the Sunderland defence. And the slice there allows John Byrne to pick up possession. And here we see Anton Rogan slipping and allowing Steve Bull to go free unhindered. There was no one else apart from Tony Norman between Steve Bull and the goal. He took the ball towards the goal, slipped the ball inside, and in a moment we see the Wolves player coming in on the left to drive a tremendous shot in. It was going in, no doubt about that, but Tony Norman perfectly positioned to turn the ball away for the corner. Back to live action as Mike Stowell rather, is about to clear. The flick on to Bull, Hardiman though there first. And this long ball from the Wolves defence is catching Sunderland out. Two big men up front for Wolves in Bull and Much. There's another one of the same type. And again the Wolverhampton Wanderers players, Much and Bull, are there, but they lose it this time when Bracewell picks the ball up. Sunderland are going to have to watch that. Rush comes back to collect. And Kay will send it back to Norman. Byrne. Rush has gone inside. Still Byrne. Tries to nutmeg his opponent. That was Mark Venus, but Venus didn't fall for it. Another long ball, but this time Sunderland alive to it. That was good play by Rogan. It was an important win of the ball, was that. Mountfield back to Stowell. "15 minutes gone. Sunderland 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Although the nearest things to a goal have been from the visitors. Especially when Norman made that terrific save to turn the ball away for a corner 2 or 3 minutes ago. Sampson with a rather weak clearance there. Much trying to put the ball through. Big clearance by Tony Norman, as we've come to expect. Goodman trying to flick it through for Byrne. Away by Birch. Goodman under it. Rush couldn't get up to it. In by Kay, but for the throw-in. Powerful play there from Bracewell, but still Wolves managed to get it away. Hardiman couldn't control it properly. Birch leaves it for Bennett. Bennett plays it inside. Good challenge by Sampson. Flicked wide by Byrne to Rush. Rush beats one man, but it runs loose. Downing plays it forward, looking for Much. Much just couldn't control it properly under pressure, and it ran through for Norman. Bracewell straight through for the goal kick. Goodman not having much joy in the air so far this afternoon against Derek Mountfield. Played wide by Downing. In by Venus. Good stop by Sampson. Venus looking for Bull. Bull gets to it ahead of Sampson. Lays it back. In comes the centre. And it's off Rogan for the Wolves corner. Wolves now with 3 corners to Sunderland's 1. A measure of their attack, their share of the attack in this match. That's Keith Downing on the edge of the penalty area for Wolves. David Rush on the edge of the penalty area for Sunderland on the right as we look. And the linesman Mike Swift in shot from near Rotherham. Good corner. Hammered away by Rogan into the Wolves half, but it's not long come back into the Sunderland half. Bennett. Driven forward again, but Birch can't get on the end of that one. Ooh, careless play there by Sunderland. Good job, Rogan was there to half stop the Wolves attack. Oh, and another poor piece of play, this time by Brian Atkinson. Giving Wolves the ball, and they're seeing enough of the ball without being given it by Sunderland. Now Birch comes up. Hardiman challenging. Birch well policed by Hardiman. But still Wolves with the pressure on. Number 8 there was Paul Cook. The ball across Sunderland's goal again. Much couldn't quite get up to it, and Rush will be able to bring it away on that far side. Byrne. Rush. Early ball in by Rush. Goodman. But now it's Venus for Wolves. Looking for Bull, but well policed by Rogan. The left foot through for Goodman. This is a good chance for Goodman if he can whip the ball over. Good covering in that Wolves defence, but support from Armstrong. Armstrong gets it across low, but it hits Goodman and breaks the way of Wolves, so they can come forward yet again. It's an end-to-end match, this, with both sides seeing plenty of the ball. The long ball forward again, but this time Bull no chance to reach it. Back by Bennett. Hooked in by Cook. Armstrong getting up. Atkinson. Byrne. Kay. Kay with the long ball, too long. Stowles to Venus. Offside. Sampson. Bracewell bravely trying to get up. He might lack height, but he doesn't lack determination. And a rather rash tackle there incurs the wrath of the referee. And that's Paul Cook down. No, it's Steve Bull. Steve Bull. And the referee might want to have a word with someone about that. The Sunderland bench looking on anxiously. halfway through the first half. No goals yet, but it's a brilliant Tony Norman save which has kept the scoreline blank. So Paul Darby on the field as the Wolves physio for the second time. No action other than the award of the free kick from John Key. So the game will restart with the free kick taken by Laurie Madden. Bull stops that from going out, but his pass back is in the wrong spot and Kay can clear. Goodman brought down. The crowd booing, but then there was a similar sort of challenge at the other end just a few minutes ago. But certainly the challenges are quite physical. He didn't actually give the free kick for that challenge because the play went on and the ball went out for a Sunderland throw. Bull trying to work his way through. Rogan with a great challenge. But Wolves putting great pressure on this Sunderland goal, much now. Trying to work a shooting place, can't do so, and Kay scrambles it behind for the corner. Paul Birch with the corner. Plenty of atmosphere. Again the corner played wide. Then into the centre, punched away by Norman. It's back in the Sunderland area yet again. No Wolves player there though, and the ball rolls away harmlessly for the throw-in. Hardiman down the line to Armstrong. Armstrong back to Hardiman, who clears. Up goes Goodman, but beaten in the air though by Laurie Madden. But this time the whistle has gone for a Sunderland free kick. Armstrong leaves it. Paul Hardiman, the man who looks like taking it. He does. Looked for Goodman. Goodman couldn't quite get to it. Birch has it now, but he's under pressure from Goodman. The linesman having a word with Don Goodman and John Byrne. And remember, it was against Wolves that John Byrne was sent off. So too was Gordon Armstrong. Sunderland played most of the match with 9 men that day, last December, and only lost 1-0. And that was just about Don Goodman's first game for Sunderland. He must have wondered what was happening. Played through there by Cook. Out comes Norman. Big kick by Norman, looking for Byrne, but Byrne couldn't get to it. Atkinson tried to hustle the Wolves player into a mistake. Didn't succeed in that, but Sunderland have got the throw. Rush keeping it in. Kay. Wolves turn to come forward. Much. Does well. Forward comes Downing. Bull appeals for offside. And I think he was. He rolled the ball into the net, but he knew he'd heard the whistle. Very little wind this afternoon, so Norman getting good distance on his clearance kicks. Hooked away there by Bennett, stopped by Kay. Kay to Byrne. Rush. Byrne. Sunderland's throw off Venus. Kay with the throw. Finds Rush. Another Sunderland throw. Goodman trying for the back header. Byrne, Rush rather, getting in there. Referee close, didn't see anything wrong. Another Sunderland throw, Sunderland's best concentrated spell of the match so far. Rush with the header. Goodman turns, goes past one man. He brought down. Was he brought down? What's the referee giving? You can't really tell from that. But Goodman, it may be a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Wolves players looking rather stunned. It may well even be the penalty. We'll just have to wait and see. Yes, it is the penalty. Certainly Goodman looked inside the penalty area when he was brought down, and so in the 29th and the 30th minute, Sunderland have a penalty. And Andy Much being cautioned for dissent. It was a penalty which got Sunderland a point in the match last year here against Wolves. Andy Much, the player who's just been booked, had given Wolves the lead after 62 minutes in the 1-1 draw last year, and it was Paul Hardiman who equalised from the penalty spot after 75 to equalise the scores. Now it's John Byrne against Mike Stowell, and he slots it in rather fortunately off the post. He didn't hit it properly, but he did the job. It went in off the post. And Sunderland take the lead after 30 minutes with John Byrne's 12th goal of the season, his first for Sunderland from the penalty spot. So it's Sunderland 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0 with half an hour gone. So that's taken a little bit of the pressure off Sunderland, because Wolves had taken the game to Sunderland. And Wolves now kicking off to restart the game. Atkinson. Clearance blocked, but it's come to Kay, who lets it run for a throw. Tony Norman then with the clearance kick. Throw in for Wolves. And here we see Don Goodman gets the ball. He turns well. Carries the ball into the D, and this is the important point, the moment at which the foul was committed. He hasn't been fouled yet, and it's the Wolves player facing him who commits the foul. The ball is inside the penalty area, and the challenge is there, and it's certainly marginal, right on the very edge of the penalty area, as Goodman falls well inside the penalty area. But was that challenge clearly inside the penalty area? The referee thought so, the linesman would be there to back him up, and the decision was the penalty from which John Byrne scored. Wolves, though, trying to come back, and the ball behind for the corner. Birch wants to take it quickly. Good corner again, causing trouble. Oh, on the ball. The shot was by Bull. It wasn't very well hit, but the bounce almost beat Norman. I think it hit him on the chest and was scrambled away. So Wolves very unfortunate at the moment. Things not quite going their way this afternoon so far. And here we can see John Byrne's penalty. He doesn't seem to hit the ball properly, but the important thing is that the ball ends up in the back of the net. Here we see John Byrne starting his run. The ball goes to the goalkeeper's right. He goes the wrong way, so the goalkeeper had no chance, and it hits the post and rebounds into the net. Certainly he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. But it just managed to get in. Back live. The flick on by Goodman into space. Byrne going through now, and it's won a corner. The challenge came in from Paul Cook, and that's only Sunderland's second corner. Wolves have already had 5. And the usual Sunderland pattern: corners from the right taken by Hardiman, corners from the left taken by Atkinson. So it's a near post corner headed out by Venus for another corner. So Hardiman would be able to try again. This time it swung just a shade wider. The goalkeeper didn't get there with great conviction. Rush found Byrne. Byrne going for the line, hooks the ball back across goal. Armstrong waiting for it, but it's another corner for Sunderland, headed behind this time by Bennett, is it? Or had the ball gone out already? Yes, it had. It had gone out already from the cross. So Stowles takes the goal kick quickly. Mountfield waits too long, challenged by Goodman. In comes Armstrong, tries the ball across. If anybody can get there, oh, it's hit the post off Byrne's shot. Sunderland so close to getting a second there. A lovely piece of challenging by Goodman, released Armstrong, and then when his ball came across, Byrne came in and hit the post. So the game really, really hotting up now as Hardiman tries to set Sunderland up again. But Wolves stop that one. Birch halted as he goes down the Wolves' right. Rogan getting the ball into touch. So lots of excitement in this match at both ends. Here we see the cross by Armstrong, and Byrne hitting the post with the goalkeeper beaten by the Armstrong cross. And although Sunderland tried to get the ball back in, they don't succeed, and Wolves cleared the danger. We're now back live with a Bennett throw for Wolves. Bennett again gets the ball in, but no trouble to Norman. So 8 minutes of the first half left. A little bit of injury time. We've had a couple of injuries to Wolves players. Byrne now from Goodman's flicked header. Armstrong turns it back to Hardiman. Hardiman too strong, and that will be allowed to run through the Stowles. Mark Venus. Another one of these long balls, but Sunderland seem to be coming to terms with those now. They caught Sunderland on the hop in the early stages of this match, and both Bull and Much almost got on the end of them. A rather careless ball, and Bennett can only turn it back under pressure from Armstrong. Goodman. One of the Sunderland players lying on the ground, but now the ball's gone out of play. Steve Smelt can come on to attend to him. So this will add to the drama at the end of the first half. There's David Rush going through right to left, wearing number 6, who scored the winner at West Ham last Wednesday. Paul Bracewell, the Sunderland skipper. Steve Bull, hands on hips for Wolves, looking on. And it's Ian Sampson receiving treatment. Only playing today because of the injury to Gary Bennett, wearing Gary Bennett's number 4 shirt. And a good view there of John Key from Sheffield, the very experienced referee we have at Roker Park this afternoon. So play can resume with the throw for Wolves. Applause for the ball being thrown deliberately to a Sunderland player, because Sunderland were the team in possession. Hardiman. Atkinson rolls it back to Sampson. Good piece of play by Sampson, Ian Sampson. Armstrong turns the ball inside, gets another chance. This time it's a good-looking cross. Goodman gets his head to it. Almost found Byrne. Byrne was appealing for a handball, but that certainly wasn't given. And Birch sent it back to Stowell, who now clears. Rogan. Armstrong. Bad one from Armstrong. Unusual for him. Mountfield. Bad one from him as well. Rogan. And the ball going from team to team at the moment. Kay. The ball out for the Wolves throw. Five minutes plus injury time left in this first half. The wind slightly favouring Sunderland, although there's not, it's a stiff breeze rather than a wind. Just see by that centre flag. Birch. Wolves throw. Cook. Corner given. I think Tony Norman looking for a handball there against one of the Wolves players. So it's corner number 6 for Wolves. Sunderland, in that spell of pressure earlier, took their tally from 1 to 3. So this is the 9th corner, and we haven't reached half time yet. Near post corner, flicked in by Bennett and into the arms of Norman. Byrne reaches that, knocks it back for Armstrong. Cook. Rogan in ahead of much. Good play. Long clearance. Well won by Atkinson. Sampson coming through strongly. Atkinson. It comes to Bracewell. Played out of trouble to Hardiman. Armstrong. Hardiman. Bennett. Again, good play by Rogan to take the ball away from Cook. This time comes forward on his own account. Keeps going as Byrne gives him the 1-2, but Byrne's return ball not quite in the right spot. So Hardiman doing the covering job, allowing Rogan to get back. Armstrong. Play goes on despite that incident off the ball. Goodman. Sunderland had the ball, so referee John Key perhaps trying to play the advantage. Sunderland win the throw. Not the best of throws, although it came to Atkinson. Now Kay. The drive by Bracewell, just wide. And here we see that Sunderland chance developing. That's Paul Bracewell. He's looked up and decides to try the shot. He's a long way out, but he's remembering what Paul Hardiman did a couple of weeks ago. And Stowell's just going across to cover his post. I'm sure he knew that the ball was going just that little bit wide. Wasn't that far wide, just perhaps a couple of yards. Back live as Stowles gathers the ball from a ball that's slightly overhit. But Wolves giving the ball away. Hardiman. Rush. Good play by Rush. Kay in support. Kay short to Byrne. Played back to Kay. Kay with the cross, deep this time. Whistle's gone. It's gone for the goal kick. That's why the whistle went. So, almost a minute into injury time. Perhaps another minute to go yet, as Bull tries to set something up for Wolves, but Rogan again in there first. He's playing tremendously well, is Anton Rogan. The clearance from Venus. Flicked on by Bracewell. Rush. Kay. Sampson. Andy Thompson. Runs the ball out. Not far short now of 2 minutes of injury time gone at the end of this first half. We have had 3 stoppages. But that's all the injury time we're going to see. And after a first half in which both sides have gone forward to great effect, particularly Wolves in the early stages, but Sunderland coming back more to as the half wore on. Much had a chance for Wolves, and there was a shot by Birch over the bar. Bull had a chance for Wolves, and there was a tremendous save by Tony Norman. So Wolves have certainly been attacking, but the breakthrough came when Goodman was tripped on the edge of the penalty area. The penalty was given, and John Byrne gave Sunderland the lead from the resulting penalty, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. So the half-time score, Sunderland 1, Wolves 0. Hello and welcome back for the second half of this afternoon's Barclays League Division 2 match between Sunderland and Wolverhampton Wanderers. As the second half gets underway, I can tell you that the only goal of the first half was scored by John Byrne from the penalty spot after half an hour's play, after Don Goodman had been tripped. Wolves have had their fair share of play, but a particularly good save by Tony Norman and some near misses have kept Wolves out so far. And as the half went on, Sunderland became more and more effective and could have gone in at half-time leading by more than the one goal. Sunderland now attacking the goal away to our right at the Roker end. Anton Rogan with the free kick. Chips the ball to the edge of the penalty area. It's stopped by Bracewell. Oh, and that's let Rush in, but Rush couldn't get his pass through. Now the Wolves turn to break. Andy Much going down the left. Can't get the cross in, but has Thompson in support. Away for Sunderland. Deep into Wolves territory, but easily passed back by Laurie Madden. Straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, not the best of crosses there. Goodman with the flick, but no support. Rogan finding Hardiman. Goodman. Promising move building up by Sunderland. Byrne. Kay. Burns kept running, and the ball scrambled into touch there by Mark Venus. In fact, it must have touched Byrne last. Sampson gets a foot in. Bull to his opposite, number 9, Armstrong. Atkinson. Goodman wants the 1-2. Goes for it. Just can't reach it. Rush with the chest. Wolves throw. This afternoon's match sponsors, the club sponsors Vaux Breweries, the match sponsors Wearside TEC, the associate sponsors Minories, IFG Financial Services, the Northern Electric and Price Waterhouse, the ball sponsors Durastic Limited, the mini sponsors, as a free kick is awarded to Sunderland, are the Royal Bank of Scotland and Superior Plating Limited, and the programme sponsors Malcolm Enamellers Limited. Rogan with the free kick following the foul on Bracewell. Too strong. Hardiman with Sunderland's throw. Quite a series of throws at the moment. This time it was for Wolves. And there's another one. Much trying to the back header. Corner given. Corner stopped by David Rush on the edge of the penalty area. Bracewell getting up there. This ball could go anywhere. Good foot in there by John Kay. And Norman with a good save. Well, Tony Norman hasn't had an awful lot to do, but what he's done it tremendously well. An excellent save in the first half, and that one which he had to stretch to get to. Bracewell. Rush going in determinedly. Goodman, good control. Bracewell. Kay. Kay with a good ball in. Byrne. But eventually it comes through to Stowell. Keith Downing. Here we see that chance for Wolves, the ball headed in. That's Mountfield, bottom right of picture. But there we see the foot that connects. Kay gets an important challenge in there. Bull was bearing down on him. Still the incident not finished. Another Wolves head gets to the ball, and it's from this that Tony Norman stretches up and away to save. Again with Steve Bull ready to pounce on any mistake. So Sunderland preserve their 1-0 lead. As we're back live again with the action. Hardiman belts that ball away out of danger. Not for long. Birch. Push by Harding. Free kick to Wolves. John Key wanting the Sunderland defence 10 yards away. Paul Bracewell is one of them. Oh, and the ball scrambled about in front of that Sunderland goal. It was hooked across by Mountfield. Again, Tony Norman felt there may have been a handball involved there. And a Wolves player lying on the ground. It may be Laurie Madden who swung that ball across, which caused all the mayhem in front of the Sunderland goal before it was scrambled away. He looks to have pulled a hamstring or something to that effect. He's in quite considerable pain, if it is Madden, whoever it is. And I can tell you that Wolves have won 5 games away from home this season. They've drawn 3 and lost 6. That's quite a good away record. They won 2-0 at Watford, and they also beat Watford 3-0 at home, so a 5-0 double over Watford. They won 2-0 at Southend, 2-0 at Grimsby, 2-0 at Charlton, and 2-1 at Newcastle. They drew 3-3 at Brighton, 0-0 at Middlesbrough, and 1-1 at Port Vale. They've lost 1-2 at Cambridge, 0-3 at Leicester. That's their only heavy defeat away from home. 0-1 at Plymouth, 1-2 at Millwall, 0-1 at Portsmouth, and 3-4 in a humdinger of a match at Tranmere. But he's fit again, both sides back to full strength as the game goes on. Free kick to Sunderland for offside. Referee's arm upraised there. Headed away by Downing. Goodman. Bracewell miscues his attempted pass, but Sunderland still have it. Armstrong from Rogan. Oh, and the ball to Goodman. Goodman's... Oh, he misses it. He got a foot to it, but the ball was bouncing very high and he could only just make a connection with it. So Don Goodman close to scoring there for Sunderland. And Paul Hardiman will take a corner for Sunderland. This will be their fourth. A deep corner, headed behind for another one. So this time we should see Brian Atkinson going across to take it. Short corner this time to the near post. It's come out for Rush. Good play by Rush to resist that challenge. Almost got it through to Goodman, but not quite. Away by Venus. Rush chasing. Armstrong got there first though. Lifts the ball through, looking for Rush. Finds him as well. Rush going across goal. Might look for the shot. He can't. The ball played in again. But the whistle's gone for an offside against Don Goodman. Rather, John Byrne, the man caught offside, with the ball being spotted in that position. Bennett. Cook. Couldn't get past Rogan. In comes the ball to the centre. Good control by Rogan to get the ball away. There, the Wolves bench. Bull, good play. Drives the shot in. And again, Wolves missed the chance. And Tony Norman with the goal kick. Ball loose. Hammered away by Birch. The back pass cut off, so Hardiman has to turn and put the ball away into touch. And here we see a throw. Here we see the Bull shot, having made the space in the first place, threads the ball through, and Tony Norman dives, and the ball just the wrong side of the post and into the side netting and away behind the goal. Bracewell finding Byrne, back to Bracewell. Bracewell touches through. Goodman overruns the ball though and loses possession, and Birch can clear for Wolves. Oh, Sampson, I thought for a moment he'd lost control of it, but he hadn't. He got it safely back to Tony Norman. Norman drives the ball forward. Goodman with the flick on. Atkinson hustling, trying to win the ball for Sunderland, but cool play by Mountfield, but Atkinson did win it and then lost it again. Couldn't do anything with it. And Venus has to put the ball back. Way by. Now it's Rush. Looking quite confident on the ball is David Rush. Paul Hardiman. Kay. Byrne. Kay kept going. Got the return ball. Kay was obstructed, so it's a free kick for Sunderland, indirect. Atkinson with the chip in towards Rush, but an intelligent chip, but just with too much weight on it. Played inside there by Thompson. Bracewell wants a free kick, but he's not going to get it. Andy Thompson with the throw. Atkinson got that one partly away, helped out, I think, by Armstrong. Now that's Armstrong on the ball now, taking the ball away from Much and clearing. Cook. But the ball runs away into touch. Andy Thompson couldn't stop that one. Just over 15 minutes, perhaps 16 minutes now into the second half. Sunderland still leading by 1-0 through the penalty scored by Byrne after half an hour's play. Rush flicking the ball on, but couldn't control it properly. The two number 11s, Thompson wins it for Wolves, but it only goes to Rogan, who sends it back to Norman. Danger here from Much, but Rogan very skillfully just takes the ball away from him and gets a deserved round of applause. Rush well in. Free kick, like Thompson lying on the ground. And Wolves not too happy with that decision. They thought it should have gone in their favour. So Norman with the chance to clear. Much didn't control that one, so Rogan plays the ball forward, looking for Goodman. Couldn't quite reach him. Free kick. Oh, and that's dangerous. There was a kick by the Wolves player. The referee's seen that. And the players have shaken hands, but that won't influence the referee if he considers that to be dangerous play. The kick didn't look particularly vicious, but it all depends how the referee interprets that. And he's given the Wolves player the benefit of the doubt. He's just awarded the free kick. So the free kick played in, deep into the Wolves area, ball loose. Goodman gets an overhead kick, but no power. And Stowell collects easily. Now Venus. Thompson. Venus again. Much, but he couldn't control it properly, but it is the Wolves' throw. Still end-to-end, as it was in the first half. Venus plays the ball inside to Cook. Bennett plays it forward. Away by Sampson. Out by Bracewell. Clearance from Armstrong to Byrne. Good play by John Byrne. Rolls the ball neatly to Rush. Rush just stops it for Kay. Sunderland quite happy to keep possession at the moment. Bracewell, just enough to touch the ball to Kay. Keeps going, but Kay plays the ball wide for Rush. Back with Kay. Kay chips in, but nobody in that spot. Kay, Bracewell. Played in by Atkinson, but Byrne might have been offside, but it has come through to Goodman. Byrne in support, but Goodman playing the ball in the wrong spot, and he knows it. So Venus brings the ball away for Wolves. That was Mudge playing the ball back. Forward come Wolves again. Ball, oh, just past the post. And it's not Wolves' day going forward. They've missed quite a number of chances, and that was a good one for Steve Bull. So that chance coming after 21 minutes of play in the second half. And Steve Bull often puts those away. But here he comes again. Rogan this time. And the ball again just past the post. And the crowd getting very anxious, as we are. Twice in a minute, Steve Bull coming close for Wolves. So it's the goal kick for Sunderland. Norman with, and here we see Steve Bull from another long ball. The Sunderland defence too far out. Steve Bull has the edge on both Hardiman on the right and Rogan on the left. The ball drops neatly for him. He takes the ball inside the penalty area. Has the right foot shot, beats Norman, but just beats the far post as well. That was the first of the two chances. They then had another one, which went the opposite side, this time to Norman's left. And we see Don Goodman is going to be cautioned. That's the second caution of this match. Andy Mutch was cautioned for disputing the penalty award in the first half, and now Don Goodman being shown the yellow card after 22 minutes of the second half. Another shot, this time the defence does its job. Rush clears. Deep. Goodman can't get up far enough, but it's almost come to Bracewell. Wolves starting to press very strongly and finding 1-2 gaps at times. Here they come again, but this time they whistled up for a handball offence. Rush coming off. In fact, Wolves substitution as well. Keith Downing coming off for Wolverhampton Wanderers, so a double substitution. And Peter Davenport's come on for Sunderland in place of David Rush. And Mark Rankin, former Doncaster player, has come on for Wolves in place of Keith Downing. John Byrne now going into the referee's notebook. So Byrne, after 69 minutes of play, so he'll remember his two matches against Wolves, will John Byrne. One sending off and one caution in the two matches. Birch. Much away by Atkinson for the Wolves corner. Played quickly. In comes the ball to the centre, but offside. So just about 20 minutes left for play. Sunderland still holding on to that 1-goal lead they took when John Byrne scored from the penalty spot after half an hour's play following a trip on Don Goodman. Sunderland's turn to come forward. Ball doesn't run for John Byrne though. Atkinson trying to get in, but Wolves get that ball away. The long ball finding Bull rather. Norman just about gets the ball away, has to backpedal quickly as it goes straight to Venus. Rankin. Wolves try to apply the pressure in a bid to get this equaliser. John Kay. Byrne. But again Wolves win possession. The ball played forward once more. They don't waste time on getting the ball forward to Wolves. Sampson heading that ball away into touch. It's a direct sort of game Wolves play. The long throw. Venus to the far post, hooked away by Hardiman. Still the danger though, not cleared. Now it's come to Norman. But the whistle had gone in any case. Sampson. It's the long up and under, away by Mountfield. Armstrong playing the ball forward for Byrne. Byrne gets the run of the ball then. It hit him in the face and rebounded kindly for him. Still going is Byrne. He's brought down and the whistle has gone, much to Paul Cook's annoyance. But John Byrne very good at close control and weaving himself out of tight situations. That sometimes happens to him. He makes defenders tackle, and sometimes rashly. So it's Atkinson with the free kick. That's Bracewell on the edge of the area, but he's gone for a more direct route to goal. It's come back to Bracewell, who has time to turn and chip the ball back in. Byrne tried the dummy, but this time Cook saw the danger and clears for Wolves. Only into touch though. John Kay quite rightly taking a moment or two before he throws the ball in, headed away by Venus, but only into space. Davenport going across goal. There's Davenport, but the pass, although the intention was good, the direction wasn't. And Wolves build again from the back. Tenacious play there by Rogan, still going. He pushes the ball through, but he was challenged as well. He's won another free kick for Sunderland. And all these free kicks for Sunderland are eating up valuable time. Just over 15 minutes left for play as Paul Hardiman lines up this free kick. Lifts the ball deep into the Wolves penalty area, wide as well. Davenport with the early ball back in. Might get a second chance. No, he doesn't do so. Wolves bring that ball away. Waving players forward. But Sunderland clear the danger. Goodman heads the ball inside. It's come to Byrne. It's back to Goodman. Appeals for offside, but play is going on. Goodman, no, it's not. He's been pulled back. So Wolves desperate to get the game underway again as soon as possible. Sampson heading that ball away. Back in Wolves territory, but not for long. The ball played through again, but this time the whistle has gone in Sunderland's favour. And Kieran Brady waiting to come on. We'll have to see who's being brought off. It's Don Goodman. So Kieran Brady, who set up Sunderland's third goal at West Ham on Wednesday night, which the Burn flick back was knocked in by David Rush, following an intelligent chip in by Kieran Brady. So Kieran Brady, it's good to see him back in the Sunderland first team squad. Sampson deals with that capably. Byrne flicks it wide. Bracewell, it's come back to Byrne. Brady, for the first time on the ball, couldn't do much with that chance. Oh, and this is much with the ball now for Wolves, but again he lifts the ball over the bar, and Wolves just not making the most of the chances which have come their way. Bracewell heads wide. Come back to Hardiman. Offside. Bennett, rather, Laurie Madden waving his men upfield. He wants as many forward as possible, but Brogan heads that one away, finds Bracewell. Now Byrne. Byrne holds the ball up. Denies Wolves possession. Norman belts that ball downfield, but Wolves come back again. This time though, the long ball doesn't find any Wolves players upfield, so more seconds being eaten away. Wolves' time becoming less and less all the time. They're still trailing by that 1-0. The Byrne penalty, back by Kay. Sunderland quite rightly keeping things tight. They need league points as well as a good run in the FA Cup. Bull, but that was a bad pass by Bull, and Atkinson being blatantly held there. The referee saw that. Free kick. A little bit of frustration perhaps creeping into the play of Wolves at the moment. The referee will ask that for that free kick to be taken again, as Wolves are about to make another substitution. Off is going Andy Thompson. So on is coming Mark Burke. So all 4 substitutions have now been made. Davenport and Brady on for Sunderland, Rankin and Byrne on for Wolves. The Rogan free kick dealt with quite capably. Now it's Bracewell though, playing the ball out wide. Hardiman keeps the ball in under pressure. That makes Wolves play it. Good play by Brady. Turns one way, turns the other. If he can pull the ball back, he has done. Who is on the end of it? Nobody. Wolves get the ball partly away, but still Sunderland on the attack. But nobody there in support, and the ball rolls away for the Wolves throw. Lovely piece of skill we've come to expect from Kieran Brady. Venus, ball in to touch by Sampson. Ten minutes left as Venus throws in and gets the return ball. And again, that little piece of frustration. Andy Much ruining that move. Sampson coming forward for Sunderland. That was well kept in by Laurie Madden. Venus in the action a lot for Wolves this afternoon. Much. Venus. John Kay across to take the Sunderland throw. Throws the ball long down the line, away by Mountfield, and Byrne well offside, which he knew. So Wolves trying again. Off the defensive wall. Now Sunderland with a chance to break. Brady. Oh, almost catches the Sunderland defence unawares. Just laid the ball off. Forward again comes Venus. Resists one challenge, whips the ball over, but over the bar as well, and harmlessly from Sunderland's point of view into the crowd behind that Fulwell end goal. Eight minutes left. Sampson there to try and let the ball run out, which he succeeds in doing. Bracewell with that header. The ball deep in the Wolves' half once more. The ball overhead back into the Sunderland half. Rogan there to turn the ball away into touch. Birch this time with the throw. Bennett. Two Sunderland players around him, and that's too much for him. Bennett, though, gets the ball back again for Wolves. Hardiman fires the ball downfield. Almost found Byrne, but not quite. Oh, and Brady in handball against Wolves. Check on the watch there by the referee, but there's at least 7 minutes to go yet, perhaps 6 minutes to go. Hardiman waits for the ball to be returned. Hardiman sends the ball again into the Wolves penalty area. The ball runs away from Brady. Brady might have made a real name for himself by putting the match beyond Wolves' reach, but they're still in it. Byrne takes the ball wide, overbalances, and that makes life much easier for the Wolves' defence. Both sides appeal for the throw. It goes in favour of Wolves. Taken by Burke. Venus with the clearance. Sent forward by Rankine. And it's back with Norman. A lot of relief amongst that applause from the crowd as the ball nestles in the arms of Tony Norman. Inside the last 5 minutes, remembering that any stoppage time must be added onto that. Good control from John Byrne. Sends the ball wide to Davenport. Burke away for Sunderland. Burke sends the ball back in. The cross from Birch, straight though into the arms of Norman. Again, the sponsors this afternoon, the club sponsors Vaux Breweries, the match sponsors Wearside Training and Enterprise Council, the associate sponsors Northern Electrics, Price Waterhouse, Minories and IFG Financial Services, the ball sponsors Jurassic Limited, the mini sponsors the Royal Bank of Scotland and Superior Plating Limited, and the programme sponsors Malcolm Enamelers Limited. Away by Sampson. The ball deep in Wolves territory, so they have to go and get it back. Again, Sampson there first. Brady, Byrne, oh, it almost came back to Brady. Brady dummied the Wolves defence there. Tries to get round his man, can't do so, but the ball is in touch for the Sunderland throw. Something like 2.5 minutes of normal playing time left at the end of this match, which has been a pulsating one from start to finish from both sides. Hardiman with the cross. Headed in by Bracewell, but Byrne couldn't find Atkinson, so Wolves clear once more. And the optimistic crowd whistles start once more as the ball is again, this time by Hardman, played back to Norman. Steve Bull, the man hoping desperately that Tony Norman will drop the ball, but Tony Norman's too experienced for that. Flicked on by Kay. Venus, nobody can fault his effort this afternoon. Venus again. Burke with the shot off the Sunderland defensive wall. Hardiman nods the ball forward. Armstrong blasts the ball away out of danger. Byrne on the chase for it. Got there first but couldn't control it. So Wolves stepping up the pace but also becoming rather more frantic as they know that time is against them. But Venus again. Free kick for Sunderland. Again, cheers of relief as the whistle goes in favour of Sunderland. Certainly, if Wolves do lose this match, they can consider themselves a little unfortunate. But there again, it's all about putting the ball into the net, and that's what Sunderland have done once. And despite all their pressure, Wolves, with very little time left now, haven't managed to do so. The referee blows his whistle for the end of the match. It's been a hard-earned victory for Sunderland, but they have won the 3 points at stake, and that's important from their point of view to maintain their solidarity in mid-table. They now draw level with Wolves, but stay below them on goals difference. And all the handshakes and the deciding goal came after half an hour when Goodman, after having turned brilliantly, got to the edge of the penalty area, was tripped right on the edge of the penalty area. The referee deemed that the foul took place inside the penalty area, and John Byrne scored in off the post, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way, and that, in the end, turned out to be the only goal of the match. So Sunderland 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers is the final score.